My name is Joe Ord, and my company is AMOSO Properties. We help investors get a 12 to 16% return and own real estate without any of the hassle. They're actually really nice homes, nice, solid little neighborhoods. They're pretty family oriented. There's you go by at 3:30, you see a bunch of kids running around the neighborhoods. They're family friendly. I'd like to think I'm a good landlord. I try to.
Joe Ord runs an investment business. The investments are homes that have been foreclosed on or abandoned. Joe, along with his investors, rehab the distressed properties and turn them into rentals. In a down economy and an even worse real estate market, business is booming.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, I can't complain.
So what are we working on today?
Well, I'm framing in this area here where we're going to create this 4th bedroom.
I work with several different REO agents that specialize in real estate owned or bank owned properties. A lot of flippers know who I am, that I buy properties, like home investors, those type of people. And so they'll bring me properties, and then sometimes banks will just call me directly and say, we have properties, would you go look at them? And so it's not very hard for me to find the properties right now. I got into it out of necessity. I was short on cash flow myself, and so I started investing in properties, and I had so much fun with it, and I started talking about it with other people, and I realized there was a niche for people who wanted to own properties but didn't necessarily want to do any of the work or have the hassle of owning this type of real estate themselves, but wanted the return. So I saw there was a need in the market that I could fill. So I decided to move forward and grow the business beyond just the couple properties that I was doing for myself.
Working with contractors like Gregory Wings from Metropolitan Construction, a typical rehab takes between 30 and 45 days.
We're going to take them up to the ceiling, or we're going to drop them down so they can get under this structure.
They'll be just down below, just up.
A typical investment home for AMOSO Properties is at least 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Like this one here, we're adding a 4th bedroom back there because it has a breezeway. That's fairly typical too. We always do a finished basement, and we do some small things. We like to use a higher quality flooring material. We always try to refinish the hardwoods if possible. In this one, it wasn't possible, so we're using some laminates and vinyl floorings, and we'll be using carpet squares to finish the place off, and it always ends up looking really good, very durable, and the tenants really like it. It's a nice warm house when it's done. My focus is, of course, my investors and getting them the best return on their money. And the most expensive thing for an investor and myself is a vacant home. And so naturally we want to keep the tenants happy, so they want to stay in the home as long as possible, and they renew their leases. So therefore we make a nicer home, make it very livable, try to be very responsive to the tenants' needs, and that way they stay and don't vacate the property, and we keep them occupied longer, and therefore have higher returns for the investor. We only deal with Section 8 tenants. I personally find them to be great tenants. I've never had any real issues with them. The Section 8 departments, they do a good job of promoting taking care of the homes, and it feels good to be able to help a lot of these people who actually do need some help with finding good quality housing. You know, the minimum standard, we got to have at least the 3 fixtures, of course, the tub, the toilet, and the sink. I've been telling my investors for over a year now that I think we got 2 more years to take advantage of the market. While I can, I'm going to take advantage of it and try to help people and try to help other people take advantage of this great time to be buying assets at such a low rate. Because when it will come back, I have no doubt, and when it does, myself and my investors will be in a very nice position.
Don't be mistaken. Joe Ord is not a house flipper. His philosophy is buy, fix up, and rent out. It's an approach his investors appreciate.
We currently own 26 properties, and we have 6 properties under contract, and we've got 10 properties in the rehab phase. We've just gone through a major push, and all my investors are of the properties that are out of the rehab phase are experiencing anywhere between a 12 and 16% return on their investment.
And what has Joe Ord learned about being a small business owner?
A lot of the lessons have come in the past 6 months with such extreme growth. I've had to hire people. I've had to bring on more workers, and learned about delegation, and then just an overall positive attitude that you got to keep in order to keep moving forward and keep people motivated and deal with the day-to-day issues. And I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think that's one of the most important things. If you're not having fun with it, then it's probably not worth doing. And I'm having a lot of fun with this, and my investors are liking their returns, and I'm having fun giving them their returns. So it's a good time.
If you would like to learn more about Joe Ord and AMOSO Properties and possible investment opportunities, the website is amosoproperties.com.